A's? No. But by using that expectation of excellence, what happened? The B students got A's. The C students got B's. The D students got C's, and some of the F students also got C's. Now, let's take that to other behaviors. Back in the 50s and 60s was the comment, come on, everybody cheats on their wife. Common. No. Now, everyone cheats on their wife is common. And what has happened to behavior? You have a lot more divorces, and you have a lot more people that put someone they love at risk. And this is one of the things I talk in the emergency room about is if someone does that, they're actually, why would you put someone that you care about at risk? Because when you do behavior like that, one of the things that can happen is sexually transmitted disease, including HIV, that could kill someone, hepatitis B, that could kill someone, hepatitis C, that can kill someone, human papillomavirus. So if you ask the average woman, how often would you put someone you care in harm's way? The obvious answer is 0. Why shouldn't it be the same answer for men? And just by changing that behavior of instead, nobody cheats on their wife. Everybody puts out full effort in grade school. Everyone puts out full effort in high school. Everyone puts out full effort in college. Everybody in the workforce should, if you're an employer, I would think that you would expect your employee to put out full effort. Because if they're not, especially with unemployment hovering around what it is now, they're gone. Put in a new person that is going to put out full effort. So that type of philosophy needs to be on the problem list. An expectation of excellence, and that the Americans truly, as far as society, look at all the different cultures that we have in America, and we can be the best society that there is in the whole world. And we can be the shining example. Because if there is going to be a problem in the world, and we're no longer the shining example, who's going to fix that? If Russia, for example, took over Georgia, other than the United States, who else would stop that? If in Libya right now, he brings out chemical weapons and starts burning the oil fields, who in the world would stop that if not America? So that's why I think that should be on our problem list too, an expectation of excellence. So what can you guys do? Well, one of the things you can do is you can join our exchange club, because we do projects of service that work towards these things, an expectation of excellence. Let's credit our police and fire for the job they do. Let's credit the kids in the schools. Let's put in freedom shrines, because so many of the people in this country do not know about Americanism, don't know these basic histories of how the country started and why we have a different constitution, all based on a paradigm change of let's not put everyone that's in debt in jail. So right now I think we need a paradigm shift. Let's not put everyone that does drugs in jail. Let's take that $75,000 per person and utilize that money differently, maybe towards making people more aware and redirecting their attentions. And we've done some of these things. I'm sure you know that at the grade schools they have DARE. And where does the DARE program come out of? Out of the police. So we should be supportive of the police. We should support the fire, support the kids, support Americanism, support exceptionalism. So that's what my exchange club is about. But I wanted the main talk to be on making you guys aware that we've got a major problem with heroin, and we're soon going to have a major problem with amphetamines. And this is all based on the supraphysiologic dose of endorphins that people have. And I would rather them have that supraphysiologic dose by falling in love with a woman, by doing art, by doing music, by doing exercise, by being in a basketball program. You see programs in Chicago like Jesse White. What does he tell his kids? And these are inner city kids. Does anybody know what he requires? Excellence. They have to show up for practice. They have to have a minimum of B average. Anybody that doesn't have a B average is off the team. They have to graduate from high school. So in Chicago, is the graduation rate 99.9% for the other kids? It has been for Jesse White for over 2 decades. Barbara Collins, you heard about her school, 99%. Catholic schools, which is when they revamped, when they came back and they had the current Mayor Daley, when he brought in Paul Vallis, what was his model for the Chicago Public Schools? This expectation for excellence. All these charter schools that came in, he made them non-religious schools, but used the same thing. And now you're getting up towards 95, 96, 97% of those kids going on to some secondary education in college. And those kids are not involved with drugs. If you go to commencement speeches, my wife, for example, is a former nurse that became music, and you look at the awards banquet, please bring a piece of paper with you and take a look. I don't care whether it's Libertyville or Carmel or Mundelein, and you look at all the kids that win the awards. Music, band, jazz club. You look at them, 80% of them were involved in the arts. All the kids that are at the highest level, they're all involved with music. And what happens with music? It teaches you discipline, it releases those endorphins, it's the world's language. Everybody understands music. It doesn't matter whether you speak Mandarin or Arabic or whatever. Music is the international language. So I would ask you guys to involve people in music programs and support music programs and jazz programs and arts programs. And in some states, that's actually what their program is for their drug rehab. The kids go to a thing like this and they paint, or they listen to music, or they compose, and they get their endorphins that way. It's all redirected in a correct thing. So in summary, you're not going to find happiness in SAD, sex without relationship, alcohol, and drugs. If you want a poster boy for that, it's Charlie Sheen. And so that's how we're going to find it. So where do you find it? You redirect your attention to the rest thing, the other things. Challenge your talents, be hopeful, be religious, have intimacy with other people, join a service club, and train your mind, body, and spirit. So that's my talk. Is there any questions on any of that?
I recently met a family who the mom was talking to, her son's a junior at Paul, and she had just found out that he was using heroin. And he had agreed to go to rehab, but they had no insurance. So she called Lake County, and there's a 3-month waiting list.
Right.
What do you do for
That's on the problem list.
Yeah, what do you do for that family?
We have no money for that. But we have $75,000 to put them in jail. We have money to build an extra courthouse. We have money to build an extra jail. We have money to buy an extra sheriff to staff that jail. But we don't have any money for the program. Problem list.
Yeah. And I understand Governor Quinn's budget pretty much wiped out all.
Right, bare bones budget.
Yeah.
Bare bones budget. There's not any money in there.
I mean, I understand, we're broke. We have to do something, but it's...
Are we broke?
It's all how you direct the money, it's where you allocate the money.
We're about as broke as the woman that comes into me with her kid with otitis media and asks me why I can't give her the $8 amoxicillin. And I look at her purse and I go, $4 a pack, I guess you'll have to give up cigarettes for 2 days or your child goes untreated. Very judgmental of me, right? But she has no money.
What are amphetamines?
Amphetamines are something that releases serotonin and dopamine.
For? I mean, is it,
That's
not-
meth.
Yeah, methamphetamine.
Oh, okay.
Or back in our generation, White Cross. In fact, there's many college campuses that now that actually feel that they need to do White Cross in order to attend college. And that's the only way that they can do their work.
Aren't there a lot of diet pills that were taken off the market for that reason?
Yes.
Because they were
Some of the
amphetamines.
cold, yeah. Plus the epidemic
And cold medicines.
of ADHD diagnosis, which I personally think that I would have been diagnosed as ADHD had it been 30 years ago. And they put them on Ritalin. And what is Ritalin?
Amphetamine.
Dextroamphetamine. It's White Cross. So we're putting kids in grade schools on White Cross. And then they feel that they need it, so when they get to college, then they buy it on the secondary market. Or the kid that is diagnosed with ADHD then sells his pills. Or the manipulative kid does a little internet Google search, goes to his doctor and says, I have this. And the doctor goes, oh, you've got ADHD.
And it's happening to adults now too.
Yeah, and here's your prescription for, so he gets it legally. He doesn't have to buy it illegally. He just, goes in and tells the doctor exactly what the doctor wants to hear.
I just wanted to share something that my son's school is doing. They are doing Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Healthy, Happy Kids. And it's a really neat program, and last night I went to a meeting for 7 Habits of Healthy Happy Families, so they brought it, you know, to the parent level as well. And I think that